Good evening, my friends. How are you? Welcome to another edition of Wednesday Night Live right here on Mike Avery Outdoors on the Facebook page, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Twitter as well. Not going live to Instagram tonight because I got some other things going on. You'll see what that is in just a minute. So I don't want to tax my old brain too much. So this is what it is on a beautiful Wednesday night. What day is it? It's hump day, and that means it's Wednesday Night Live right here on Mike Avery Outdoors. Ross, good evening, my friend. How are you? Nice to have you along with us. Well, I'll show people. There he is, my buddy Ross Elliott. Ross, a great guy, a good friend. Ross is going to White River on a bear hunt with us. Randy's along with us as well. Randy, good evening. How are you? Here we go. Randy Murray, the Walleye King himself. Brad's along with us. Mike's with us. Hello, Jeff. Jeff watching on YouTube. Nice to have you with us. Well, good evening, Ed. How are you? Jason, I saw you Sunday morning. I saw you sitting over on the other side of church. Didn't get a chance to say hi. How are you, buddy? Brian checking in from Portage Lake in Onekama. A beautiful, beautiful part of the state, as is South Haven. Jim's along with us. Rick, good evening. How are? Oh, I like your picture there. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate that very much. I'll leave the one where he says, "Good evening, Mike. Great show." I'll leave that one up there for a while. Bernie, how are you? Nice to have you along. And Elliot, checking in from the Yoop. What are you doing up in the Yoop tonight, Elliot? Just taking some time off and enjoying yourself. Yes, Craig Plowman. Here we go. Good evening, Captain Mike. Any pics of the bear that scratched you? Yeah, I got into a fight with a bear earlier in the week, as you can see right here. And if I took out my fake tooth, he took out a tooth as well. So he knocked a tooth out and he scratched my arm up. And it was a brutal fight. He had me trapped in a corner. I had to use my new Rapid River knife to defend myself and this is all baloney. You know that. The truth is I was working on a home improvement project and fell. Paul checking in on LinkedIn. Always love to have you along with us, Paul. Mount Pleasant with us as well. If you believe about half the things I'm saying tonight, you'd be about right. Dave checking in from Mount Pleasant. Here we go. All right, my friends. My name is Mike Avery. This is Wednesday Night Live here on Mike Avery Outdoors. Hello, Jerry. Hey, I like that beard, dude. I haven't seen you for a while. That is a very impressive beard. Very cool. And commerce as well. Okay, here's what we're going to talk about tonight. I want to keep saying hi to folks. Hello, Don. Johnny Bowler, the man, the myth, the legend. Johnny Bowler, he is like the bear whisperer in the UP. He's the guy that when I get my tag next year, I'm going hunting with Johnny Bowler. Ed Bolodowski of Speedy Blaze, speedyblaze.com. You like that, huh? Lori, my dear, she's getting ready. Lori Card. Michigan Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation Ladies Night Out is almost sold out. Post the link again, Lori. Post the link again. It's going very well, Nate. How are you? All right, my friends. This is Wednesday Night Live. This is something I do every Wednesday night at 7:00 Eastern. If you're new joining this, my name is Mike Avery. There's my new buddy Tony. Tony is a fellow skinny water rat, and I say that with all affection because I'm a skinny water rat as well. Tony, I got your message about the wind. And there's another Trinity guy right there. Hey, Steve. We got 3 Trinity guys on here tonight. 3 Trinity. Get it? Makes sense, right? Scott, good evening. How are you, buddy? My name is Mike Avery. This is something I do every Wednesday night at 7:00 as a way to expand on the radio show and the podcast and give you and I a chance to interact directly. Lori says, here is the link to get your ticket, though I'm not seeing it, Lori. Here is the link to get your ticket. Try again. Try it again. Anyway, Tony and I, where'd Tony go? We've been exchanging information about I'll get to you, John. Here's the link right here. John Miller says, Mike, what day is it? It's hump day. Got to get that out there. Speedy Blaze from Ed and some Austin Brothers Smoking Pellets. Also very cool. Very cool. You know what else is very cool? I'm going to show you this right now, and I'll show you again later. I've been talking about the order I put in. Oh, I forgot to turn my light on. I'm sorry. This will make me look so much better. Don't I look so much more professional now? Missed your show last Saturday on WSJV in Benton Harbor. Was the show not on, Ron? Or did you just miss it? Paul Stawicki, we're going to get to this. UP sportsmen need to show up in force at the upcoming wolf management meetings. I'm going to talk more about that in a minute. Ed talked to Ron. He might be able to come up bear hunting. Has the 13-inch 8 walleye rule really helped? No, I think it's a mistake. I don't think we should be doing it. Now I'm just glowing. Rick says, you're just glowing now. All right. I've been telling you about the order I put in with Rapid River Knife Works. This is one of the knives. I want you to check this thing out. This is handmade, custom made, believe it or not, and I'm not sure how Chris Durson does this, but the handle is made from fossilized mammoth tooth. Now, I don't know how he does it. I didn't know it even was a thing. It was not on in the morning. Thank you, Ron. This is an absolutely beautiful knife. I could not, it's a work of art, yet I'll talk more about it later. You know, I like to work with Michigan-based family-owned companies, right? I've got an entire list of things I want to talk about tonight, but I don't want to tie up my guest tonight all night. So what I want to do, any word about the live at Oscar and Joey's? Lori? Nate says that's his favorite knives. He loves getting them. Chef Dave Miner is not open on Wednesdays yet. He's open Thursday through Sunday. Went out last week with Kim Arch Charters, caught 18 Lakers up to 12 pounds. Weather kept us from the rock. We went to the Big Reef, got my Rapid River fillet knife, had a great time with 5 of us. Got to use your Rapid River fillet knife. Wonderful. Great company, great product. Speaking of great companies and great products, you've heard me talk about Versa Skins, Michigan-based Versa Skins. Change the skin for the season you're in. The website, let me show you to you right now. And there's a reason I'm leading all up to this. Share screen, Chrome tab, Versa Skins, boom, share. The website, versaskins.com. You can see it right there, versaskins.com. If you go there right now, versaskins.com, and you make an order, and here are your options, jackets and pants. And the way these things work is you put a different skin on them. You just snap and zip an outside and exterior on. If you use the promo code Avery20 through September 1st, you can get a discount. A very deep discount. Let me bring in Paul Perrone from Versa Skins. Good evening, Paul. How are you?
Good evening, Mike. Doing well, thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, listen, the pleasure is mine. Paul is the guy behind Versa Skins. Tell me a little bit about your company, and then we'll tell people what we're giving away tonight.
Sure, Mike. We are a family-owned company. My wife, Lori, and I started the business about 12 years ago. It took several years to design and develop and get the production product ready for the field. It took us 2.5 years to get the patent, and a lot of ups and downs with that. And we've been selling now for about 4 years. All e-commerce, no retail. That way we keep the cost down and affordable and can pass the pricing and things right on to the consumer. We're right out of Clarkston, Michigan. And we currently ship to 28 states. We've got customers in 28 states and all of Canada. So we're slowly growing the company, and it's a unique, different way of thinking about camo clothing. And we're also, working on some new and better things every year, as you know.
And you've designed or you've come up with some clothes for the big people in the audience. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, that's true. So during our travels, we've been to multiple shows across the nation, and we've got a pretty good fan mail base. People have stopped into our booth And these are larger people, taller people, lumberjack size guys just looking for 4, 5, and 6XL jackets, and they can't find them anywhere. The gentleman stopped in at Woods and Water a couple years ago and said, "I've been wearing the same coveralls since 1972." And so we decided we try and listen to the consumer, and we're doing a short run of 4, 5, and 6XL jackets that come with snowskins and a blaze vest if you order the entire package. This is a sample market run. We have limited quantities of each, but I'm already getting emails and phone calls about the product, and so we just updated the inventory. The product is ready, and it is live. You can order whenever you'd like. So we are excited about that market. We think it's an untapped market that can really help some of the outdoor folks.
Well, already you got a fan right here, and Nate. He said, "Yes, finally some hunting clothes for us bigger fellas."
Thanks, Nate. Yeah, we're excited about it. We've always had small through 3X, but it seems like that 4, 5, and even the 6X guy just wasn't taken care of, or gal, obviously.
Well, and now you're going to do that. So go to the website, versaskins.com. That's versaskins.com. If you use the promo code Avery20, what's the discount through September 1st? How much?
Yes, 20% discount on your entire store, whatever you buy.
That's a significant amount.
Times. Yep.
Let's, in the meantime, let's grease the skids here a little bit. You've got something you want to give away tonight, Paul. What is it?
Yeah, we want to give away a hoodie. It's a gray hoodie. It says Versa Skins on the sleeve, Versa Skins on the chest. It's a nice, warm, 3-seat hoodie, and we'll give it away to one of your listeners tonight, Mike.
In fact, I think I can pull it up here, right here. There it is, right there in the middle. That's the hoodie right there, right?
Yes, sir. That's the hoodie.
All right. I've got one of those. I love it. All right, my friends, if you want to win a Versa Skins hoodie like you're seeing on your screen right now, you've got 2 minutes. 2 minutes starting right now. Make your comments. Paul, can you see comments?
I can.
Okay.
I can see it coming in.
Make your comments to Paul about why you think you should win a Versa Skins hoodie. And in about 1 minute and 50 seconds, he will draw the winner, and he will get that off in the mail to you. I have one of those Versa Skins hoodies that I wear all the time. But I also have Versa Skins products. They're very warm. They're very durable. They're made very well. And I love the fact that you can change the skin for the season that you're in. You can go from blaze orange. You can go from snow camo to regular camo. I don't use the snow camo yet, but I do use the blaze orange, and I use the regular camo. Versaskins.com. Versaskins.com is the website. Make your comments right now. There's Ron St. Louis of Northern Wilderness Bear Outfitters. We'll be talking more about him in a minute. But what I want to do in the meantime, you've got about a minute to make your comments about why you want to win a Versa Skins hoodie. Jason, there you go. Jason says, I'm a nice big guy and would love to have a nice hoodie that fits me well. Love to win one for us big guys. Let me do my stop screen sharing here. There we go. Nothing better than a Michigan brand, especially at a time with small business owners. Yes, Versa Skin honey, 100 degrees in Ted. Have to design a tie. Well, I hear that. Good evening, Stu. How are you? You got 1 minute. 1 minute on why? Because you need a hoodie. You need a hoodie. Clarkston rules. Go Versa Skins, Patrick says. Tom says, I'd love the hoodie. Would love it. We'll love it. 30 seconds. Michigan-based company. You know I love that. We're around camp this fall to help promote their products. 30 seconds on the contest. 30 seconds on the contest. That hoodie would be great, Nate says. 20 seconds, and you know I'm not paying attention to any watch at all. 15. 10. I don't know who our timer is. Craig says he needs a new skin. Now, I don't know if Paul's seen me do this, so he doesn't know what to expect. 10, 9, 8. Teresa, nice comment. 7, 6. There you go, Ron. That it would look good on you at the bait check, Ron. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's our timer? Contest is over.
Very
You
good.
didn't expect that, did you, Paul?
I didn't expect that at all. Good pipes, Mike. Good pipes.
That was about half of what I usually go. So who's your winner today, Paul?
I think Mr. Jason Gasco, the very first one that commented.
Jason Gatza, I think, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, here, I tell you what, there's a Steve Glasgow and a Jason Gasca. Which one do you want? Shut up,
Jason Gasco.
Jason Gatza. Excellent.
Yeah.
Jason goes to my church. That's not why you picked him, though, is it?
Not at all.
No. Jason, I'm looking for your comment, buddy. Hey, Jason, send me your shipping address and the size, right, Paul, the size?
Yes, please. Yep.
Jason, send me your shipping address and your size. I will pass it along to Paul, and he will get something off to you shortly. Congrats, Jason. See, it was worth your time tonight. And Paul, I appreciate your time. Again, the website, versaskins.com. Versaskins.com. Promo code Avery20 on the website gives you a 20% discount through September 1st, correct?
Perfect. Yes, sir.
All right, Paul, appreciate your time, my friend. We'll let you go.
Thanks, your brother. Take care.
All right, see ya. All righty, bye. That was Paul Perrone of Versaskins. There's Jason right there. Jason Gasta. Paul is placing an order tonight. Excellent, Paul. Excellent. Yeah, they make great quality stuff. A Michigan-based company, and now they make them in bigger sizes. Now, I no longer need a 3X like I used to, but it's nice to know that they're out there. Indeed, indeed. All right, my friends, let's move along here. You saw Ron St. Louis on here earlier. This is one of the topics I want to talk about tonight. The border is open to Ontario. And Ron St. Louis, our friend from Northern Wilderness Bear Outfitters in White River, Ontario, after basically getting jerked around from the Canadian government for weeks and weeks and weeks, they opened the border on him. He took a chance. He stepped out and he said, we're going to have a bear hunt. And he is taking a chance because he had to put everything together fast at the last minute. He had to order all of his bait. He had to get his hunters rounded up. And so the season, he's going to have a bear hunting season in White River, Ontario, Canada. I'm going to be there August 22nd through the 28th. 22nd through the 28th. If you can't make that happen because of the late last minute notice, and Ron knows that, he's going to open up to some hunters the following week. So here's the deal. According to the ministry guidelines, this is only open to fully vaccinated people. They're going to let fully vaccinated people into Ontario starting the 9th of August. Some of you have been there before. Stu has been up there. He says, White River is excellent. It's like family. It is like family. But here's the best part of all. Ron has some openings. You've heard me talk about bear hunting in White River, Ontario, Canada, and how I am addicted to it and how much I love it and how bummed I was that we couldn't go and how excited I am now that we can go. Ron St. Louis has some openings. You want to go with us? Here's your chance. Are you fully vaccinated? That's the caveat. The website is northernwildernessbearoutfitters.com. northernwildernessbearoutfitters.com. On the website, you will find Ron's phone number. I'm not going to give it out here on the air like this. That makes me nervous. However, if you send me an email to mike@mikeaveryoutdoors.com, I will also give it to you there. But go to the website, northernwildernessbearoutfitters.com. You'll see a contact number on there. That's Ron's number. You can call him or text him, and he has openings. I am so excited. So excited. So, Ron, thank you for that, buddy. We appreciate it. Excellent question, Mike. Mike says, never been bear hunting. Would this be a good place for a first-time hunter? Yes. Yes, and I'll tell you why. Ross says it's the best place he's ever hunted bear. There are several reasons I would recommend this for a first-time hunter. Number one is I have a lot of experience there. I have hunted with these guys. I know these people. I know the operation. I know the area, and I know that they have a lot of animals. So you've got a personal endorsement from me, a guy who's been up there several times. And I'm saying I have taken people up there. I'm going myself. I'm going back. And my first bear hunt in Ontario was with Ron's predecessor at Superior Bear Outfitters. So yes, so that's a reason I say it would be a good time for first-time hunters. There are a lot of people up there who will help you and who you can learn from. It's not a fly-in hunt, Mike. You can drive there. And there are a lot of animals, especially after not getting hunted last year. So, Mike, I think this would be an excellent hunt for a first-time bear hunter. I don't want to say it's an easy hunt, but I think your odds of getting a shot are pretty good. So yes, Mike, yes, indeed. You heard today that the Border Patrol are going on strike 2 days before the border opens. Wouldn't that just be the crap? Wouldn't that be a shame? Oh. So the 22nd through the 28th, I'm going bear hunting. The question is, and here's and thank you, Ross. Here's another factor that could make this hunt outstanding is there are no wild berries up there this year. When you don't have wild berries, the bear come into the baits and pound the baits even harder. So this, I have a feeling, is going to be a really good hunt. The question in my mind now is whether to use a recurve or a crossbow. And I honestly, I'm still up in the air. I shot a really nice sow with Ron a couple of years ago with my recurve. And I almost feel like I can check that off the list and move on back to the crossbow. But I don't know. If I shoot a crossbow, it's going to be a dart and crossbow. I have decided that. All right. So what else, my friends? So listen, I'm serious. Ron has openings. Check out the website, northernwildernessbearoutfitters.com. That's right. I said that earlier. You have to be fully vaccinated. And you have to get, thank you, Ron. And you have to get a negative test result within 72 hours of crossing. Ron makes an excellent point. And this is your man right here, Ron St. Louis, Northern Wilderness Bear Outfitters. He's the guy. The border is essential, so it won't affect if they strike. Ron was telling me about an app. And Ron, I downloaded it to my phone. And I have an iPhone. It's Arrive Can, C-A-N, Arrive Can app. I downloaded that. I put in all of my info. And you can't really make an appointment to come through until 3 days ahead of time, but you can have all your info in there and make it easier. Stu's hunted us with this before. He says, yes, you can hunt close, a few miles or 25 or 30 miles out. Good help. They have tons of bear. No bear hunts for like a year and a half. If I could, he'd be packing right now. Absolutely. And Ron tailors his hunts. If you are, say, an older person, or if you've got mobility problems, if you have a hard time getting around, Ron has baits close to town. If you like to be a little more adventurous, I mean, I've hunted as far as 40 miles from town. But it was nice to know that you always had the support of Ron and the guys that if you needed help getting a bear out of the bush, they were there to help you. So a first-class operation, excellent for a first-time bear hunter. I am as excited as can be to get back up there. And if you're at all interested in bear hunting, I would highly recommend this bear hunt here in White River, Ontario, Canada. But don't drag your feet. Ron has a few openings because some of his hunters didn't get vaccinated, but he doesn't have a ton of them. I don't know anything about that, Patrick. If it involves politics, I try to stay away from it. Good evening, Chad. Except for this politics. Can I bring this part up here? The Michigan State Attorney General I am so happy to go. 13, Patrick says the price. Okay. Thanks for bringing that up, Patrick. The price for this hunt is $1,300. And that's basically a week-long hunt. What that does not include is your license that you buy over the counter from the ministry, and it doesn't include room and board, lodging and meals. You got to get that on your own. You can bring a camper up, you can bring a tent up, you can fix your own meals or whatever. You can do like I do. I stay at the Continental Motel in town, and I eat at the restaurant. I mean, I don't rough it at all, but it's $1,300 for the price of the hunt, which is, I think, a tremendous deal. Did you hear about this? Politics made me think of it. The Michigan State Attorney General, Dana Nessel, has pulled one of the most boneheaded moves I can think of a politician pulling. And I got to be honest, I kind of liked her before this, but I don't like her now because, again, she's an example of a politician going out of her lane and sticking your nose into something that doesn't belong, where she doesn't belong. For example, or as an example, the Kalamazoo County Board of Commissioners, and the Washtenaw County Board of Commissioners, both of them voting to oppose hunting contests. What do the county commissioners have to say about that? Why do they even care? Our Michigan State Attorney General, Dana Nessel, has filed a lawsuit in federal court in California asking for wolves to be put back on the endangered species list. Good evening, Jason. How are things at the Forward Corp? Very reasonable rate for parking campers in the back lot. Good point, Stu. Dana Nessel has filed a lawsuit in a federal court in California asking for wolves to be put back on the endangered species list. What in the hell is she doing? Why is she concerned about that? Exactly, John. It's a shame the experts, the biologists, took them off that list for a reason. Now, we do know that Dana Nessel took campaign contributions from the Humane Society of the United States. There you go, Tim. Ding, 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 ding. She absolutely went around the DNR. Pretty disappointing. There is a wolf hunt advisory committee meeting in the UP next week. You can make public comment at that meeting if you're interested. I don't remember where or when. Details are online, I'm sure. But Paul says, thank you. I was just about to say she took money from the Humane Society. Paul, details on that meeting, where and when? I talk about it on the radio show this weekend with Nick Green of MUCC, but I don't remember the details. If you can help us out, Paul, I'd appreciate it. Sue said they had wolves at our mineral site all summer in western Mackinac County. It's in Ishpeming. Thank you, Paul. Remember such things, my friend. Remember such things when politicians ask to get reelected. Pat checking in from Ontario. Not only do we have COVID to worry about, forest fires too. Man. Chris checking in from Kansas, fishing his pond while watching you. Things are great, Chris. Wonderful. Glad to hear that. Good point, Tim. So how about accountability? There should be accountability. If you have a politician, in this case, Dana Nessel, who makes such a boneheaded move as this to go against the biology and to go against Michigan hunters, remember that when she comes up for re-election. August 4th, 8:30 to 12:30, River Rock Lanes and Banquet Center, North Road in Ishpeming. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Appreciate that. So if you're interested in this and making comments, you can. Why is our state attorney general Okay, you get a feeling where I'm not real happy about this. Why is our state attorney general filing a federal lawsuit in California asking for wolves to get put back on the endangered species list? When the biologists, the experts, the wildlife managers at the state and the federal level say we need to have a hunt here to manage the population. Yet she, as a politician in Lansing, who has likely never seen a wild wolf in her life, pulls something like this. Not right, is it? It's not right at all. That kind of stuff just makes me so mad. Let me take a breath, calm down, and tell you who's on the Outdoor Magazine radio show this week. We start out talking with a guy named Randy Cornell. Randy is a retired coastie. He's a retired law enforcement officer. He's now working as a fishing guide in northern Michigan on inland lakes. He fishes Mitchell Lake, Cadillac Lake, Houghton Lake, and one more. I don't remember what it was. And he takes people primarily walleye fishing on these inland lakes. And he said his business is booming. And he said it's a wonderful alternative to fishing the big water like Saginaw Bay, Lake St. Clair, or Lake Erie. Then, also in the show, Ron St. Louis of Northern Wilderness Bear Outfitters. Ron talks about the border opening. He talks about having hunts, and he talks about the fact that he has openings. His website, northernwildernessbearoutfitters.com. northernwildernessbearoutfitters.com. There you can find his phone number. You can get his phone number by emailing me, mike@mikeaveryoutdoors.com. Text him or call him. I really think that you would enjoy this. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't recommend it and push this hunt as hard as I have for 10 years or 12 years if I didn't think it was a good deal. I wouldn't be pushing it. I wouldn't be behind it. And then Paul Perone of VersaSkins joins me at the end of the hour to announce his 20% discount. Use the promo code Avery20 at versaskins.com. In hour number 2, we're talking about sturgeon fishing on the St. Clair River with Jim Felgenauer. Nick Green of MUCC enlightens me to the fact that our Attorney General, the Michigan Attorney General, has filed that federal suit challenging sound scientific wildlife management. Pete says, actually, Mike, I believe she filed an amicus brief in favor of delisting wolves as endangered, not a lawsuit, just as far out of bounds, but need to get the facts straight. All right, I appreciate that. I wouldn't know that. My daughter is the lawyer in the family. I am just repeating what Nick Green of MUCC told me. But if that is the case, I stand corrected, and I appreciate that correction. But you're right, just as far out of bounds. But yes, I want to keep my facts straight. I do. Thank you for that. And in our third segment, Vance Gowell, who is a hardcore houndsman, talks about hunting bears with dogs. Vance told me something very interesting today. And Vance is a great guy. And I am in favor of houndsmen. I think it's a wonderful way to hunt, and I stand in defense of their way to hunt. But one of the things they get grief over is people say that they let their dogs run on private land. And I said, Vance, how are you as a houndsman? If your dogs get on a coyote or get on a bear, you can't stop them from going on private land, can you? And he said, oh, yes, we can. And he was very straightforward and forthcoming. He said, don't ever let a modern day houndsman give you the excuse that they can't stop their dogs from going on private land. He says, because we have the tools these days to do it. The GPS collars that these dogs wear these days that I was aware of, and they use them to keep track of where their dogs are. They're like a shock collar, a training collar. They have a shock and a tone that you can call well-trained dogs off that trail. Vance says he's running 4 dogs now, and he says every one of them, if he calls them off a trail when they're heading into private land, they'll come off the trail. He said, and the GPS mapping programs they use, like Onyx. I use Onyx because it shows where the private property delineations are. So I thought that was very interesting. Hunters support hunters. We have to, Stu. Just because I choose to hunt bear over bait and I choose I just haven't hunted them over dogs yet. I do stand in support of them because it's a legal way of hunting. We have to do that. I got myself all riled up with that Dana Nessel thing. I also recorded a Polar Craft podcast today. I talked with Captain Eric Zerhowski, Captain Z Fishing Charters, DetroitFishing.com. Check that out. I will have it uploaded tomorrow because I'm probably not going to fish tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day for me. I get to go to the dentist tomorrow and finally get this stupid temporary fake tooth removed so I can get something a little more permanent. I'm actually looking forward to it. And I'm going to wrap it up a little bit early, but I want to show you this once again. Can't answer that right now. I'm a little busy right now. Rapid River, here we go. RapidRiverKnifeWorks.com. You can see custom one of one Rapid River. Check this out. Got my name on it. How cool is that? It's a folding knife, okay, a folder. It's got a pocket clip on the back because I always wear these things in my pocket. I always have one with me. This thing is sharp right out of the box. I'm telling you, not just sharp looking, but a sharp edge. And Chris Durson, the owner of Rapid River, tells me that this handle right here is made from petrified woolly mammoth tooth. And when he told me that the first time, he told me on there, I said, oh, I said, Chris, are you serious? He says, yeah, I'm serious. How cool is that? RapidRiverKnifeWorks.com. RapidRiverKnifeWorks.com. Somebody suggested earlier that Chris should have a promo code so we can get a discount on these too. All right, my friends. David's got his smoker going right now with lake trout in it. Excellent. All right, my friends. I think since today has been a very productive day for me, here we go. Rick says, my coonhound will come back when toned or vibrate or shock if she goes to private land. So Rick is agreeing with what Vance said. Another thing is deer hunters, like this is he's saying that deer hunters say that coons will scare deer out of a property. Rick's saying that's not true. His hounds have run around bedded deer and the deer stayed put. I support hound hunters. I support houndsmen. Hey, James, how are you? Yeah, we haven't seen you for a while. How have you been? I'm glad you made it too, Stu. All right, my friends, don't forget the discounts. MUCC.org, promo code Mike, all caps. Outdoorpregame.com. This is the big one, one of the big ones. Outdoorpregame.com. Use the promo code Mike20. Get that Wraith 270 see-through ground blind for a deep discount and the new Breeze blind designed for warm weather hunting. When I go to White River, I'm going to take a Wraith with me and I'm going to take a Breeze with me. MichiganBrand.net. Use the promo code Mike21. And if you go to Versaskins.com and use the promo code Avery20. So I'm saving you money. I'm here to save you money. All right, my friends, thanks for joining me on this edition of Wednesday Night Live. The website, MikeAveryOutdoors.com. The email address, Mike@MikeAveryOutdoors.com. And one last time, if you want to go, who said that, Paul? Oh, thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. I go through these comments quickly, but I do appreciate your nice comments. They do mean a lot to me. One more time. There you go. Jason, I'll be there. Will you? Congrats on winning the hoodie. If you want to go bear hunting in White River, Ontario, Canada, I know it's last minute, but this is your chance. NorthernWildernessBearOutfitters.com or send me an email. I will give you Ron's number. You can text him, you can call him, and you could be joining us. Oh, you'll be there because you'll be ushering. I'll be there, Jason. All right, my friends, thank you for joining me on this edition of Wednesday Night Live. I look out the window. I don't think it's raining, so I think I'm going to go out there, light up a cigar, and maybe have myself a little Crystal Light with a little bit of Maker's Mark in it. Thank you, my friends. Have a good night. Thanks for joining me on this edition of Wednesday Night Live. Thank you to Paul.